Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm Thomas Jenkins. This is WFUZ-TV's The People's Voice podcast. I'm here with Blair. Blair, what now?
What? Huh? What? I can't tell. I'm psychologically challenged. So Joshua McKee made a video. Don't watch it. But like, if you watch it, it's kind of funny because he's like in his backyard and it looks like his wife probably shot it on the cell phone and pulled up ChatGPT and was like, let me give a script. And his first words, which is Obama's famous words, let me be clear.
As a matter of fact, do watch it because he never, ever addresses the DUI arrest. He just says, I'm being attacked by psychologically challenged paid political operatives.
And the best thing about the video is that, besides the let me be clear, I'm being attacked. I knew that when I took this job. I'm being attacked. People hate me. People are going to... Number one, Josh, I don't hate you. I actually quite liked you in the beginning, and I don't hate anybody, especially a fellow citizen, a fellow Republican, a fellow person of our social circle. Why would you think somebody hates you just because, number one, we don't want to be doxxed by sex offenders, and we think it's weird that you sent one to mine and Whitney's page, and then number two, why you lied about it. And then we were talking normally, we were having conversations, and then you just blocked me when I said, you do know this guy, he's renting a house at an address that you were affiliated with. And he was like, block. He did not want to confront it. He did not want to address it. He just blocked and then went on a, Mel Gibson tirade about how everything is an attack and how we hate him and all this. And I just want to know why the sex offender was on our page doxing us. It's not hate, it's a question, and you lied, and that's weird, and it's shady, and it's not cool, but I don't hate you and don't wish you any harm. That's ridiculous. And then
we've just promoted you to douche canoe, that's all.
Yes. Captain douche canoe.
Yes.
In addition to that, I was told today by a certain civic political group that I had tickets to an event and they prefer I don't come because they don't want confrontations with Mr. McKee. So let me tell you, he's apparently afraid and thinks his family's being threatened. Okay, no one's ever threatened your family. That's ridiculous.
Right, you called the cops on us and lied and had an investigation on us, and little did you know that we had recorded both of your conversations and definitively proved that we made no threats towards you at all, and that's what we call abusive process.
Also, I'm not trying to blast all your personal business. I'm not trying to put all those recordings out there. But then you have people saying, well, prove it. I want to hear. Okay. Like, if people ask, we're going to ask for it. But the best thing to do if you don't want the Mel Gibson tirades out there is to address it yourself, be honest about things, and say, look, this is what happened. This is the truth, and actually speak the truth. Because if it is a lie, we have proof it is a lie, then you're caught in another lie. And you're in this big spider web of lies right now. And you're kind of, trying to get out. And the only thing you can say is that paid political operatives who are psychologically unwell are attacking you. And
I wish we got paid for this, but unfortunately, we just have to do it out of the joy of our own little hearts.
Yeah, definitely not being paid to attack you. It's just for because I feel it's right. I'm not attacking you for one. I'm literally pulling up public records and your own statements, and you're getting really, really worked up and really offended, and you don't even want my presence around the same events because you're afraid of me, this big man who's older and stronger and has accomplished all these things and is worth $20 million and has been to 56 countries and all this stuff. You don't want this girl podcaster and her partner. By the way, y'all always blame me for everything. There's two people here, okay?
Yeah.
But you don't want us to even be in your presence because it makes you uncomfortable. Well, that's too bad. You have to be uncomfortable, especially if you're running for office. There's going to be a lot of people out there that make you uncomfortable. I'm not going to tackle you in front of an event where Sheriff Lowry's there speaking. Why would I do that? What am I possibly going to do to you besides look at you in the audience and you see my face and feel bad because you know what you've done? There's nothing else that you should be afraid of except for your own guilt when you look at me.
And for the dissenters, we haven't even harped on the disposition because we don't know it. We have only mentioned that he was arrested for DUI. That is a fact. We have the mugshot. We have the redacted police report that says he was arrested for a DUI. That is a fact. And it is the fact that this was hidden and not addressed while publicly lecturing people on impaired driving just 6 months later after that incident. That's the point. That's not leadership. Rules for thee, not for me. we don't need that kind of leadership in Congress, sir. That is, I would rather have Mr. dropping dryers and dishwashers on Iran than you being a drunken liability.
Absolutely. So I think those are valid concerns that a citizen would have. You said we're disguised as concerned citizens. No, we've been concerned citizens before you were lived here and were involved in politics. I've been in this area literally my whole life, Pensacola, but still in Northwest Florida, coastal Alabama, my whole life. And I've been working in politics, and I've worked for a lot more people here than you have. So while the connections you think you have, I don't think you understand that I've been here a very long time. And albeit I am younger than you, I know people too. So it is not becoming of you to say the things you were saying, because you keep getting caught in lies, and it is what it is. But we're not paid political operatives. We do this show totally for free. We don't get any money for this show. It'd be great if we did, though. If you're interested in giving us money, we will accept donations, but be, clear. We don't accept donations to do certain things. We're going to say whatever we say.
And we will not take APAC money.
We will not take APAC money, but we will take random citizen money, and that means nothing to us. We will take it, but we're going to say whatever we say. So when you say it, that's your money lost. It's like a Cash App. You can't get it back once you send it, and it doesn't buy us out. But regardless, we look forward to the lots of other things we have coming. I prefer to not keep releasing Joshua McKee videos because his voice and his appearance, and I think people watch it and they go, oh, again. But if he keeps lying and if he keeps telling people that we're lying and they ask for the truth, then we're going to do it. So there's nobody here that wants any harm to him. I like his wife. I don't know anybody else in his family. Never threatened them in his life. Never interacted with her besides Thomas tagging her. So these weird, my family's safety's at risk when you're the one that sent a sex offender my address and Whitney's address. Okay, that's very ironic. And the audacity and caucasity of your white man problem to not be uncomfortable around me at party events or other civic groups, that's not going to fly. I'm going to go to whatever groups I want to. I'm not going to cause a stink, and I'm not going to do anything outrageous because I've never done that in my life, and your fear of that is totally unfounded. But you can't keep me out of public spaces because there's literally no reason. All I'm going to do is make you uncomfortable and look at you, and you're going to feel guilt. So.
Have we properly reiterated the fact that he insisted that he never met this sex offender Jamie Seaman guy, and yet that is a blatant lie that we also have receipts of? Have we covered that properly?
I think we did, but just for those who are catching up, he knows this sex offender. He owned a house, and the sex offender lived in the house. I think the sex offender lived there after he did, but at one point, they shared that address. When you look up the address, they both have been registered there.
Even besides that point, we have literal screenshots of Joshua and his wife liking and hearting pictures. So you cannot claim you don't know the guy. You don't effing know the guy.
No, you do know him. Somebody sent him the background report. I don't think a random person from Michigan would care, but, we've been over all this. The point of this is your video's dumb. Your campaign sucks. I'm sorry about it, but it is what it is.
Quit using AI. Everybody can tell.
Yeah, it's inundated with AI. You've got so many days left. I would love to see you.
The book, the posts, it's all garbage. Hot garbage. The haircut, it's garbage.
Yellowhammer called you.
I don't like your hair.
Yellowhammer called you irrelevant, and I was like, that's funny. So From now on, you're going to be irrelevant unless you come out starting some shit, then you're not going to be relevant anymore. We will respond to that. But there are so many cool, great candidates coming on the show. I don't want this to be the Joshua McKee show. Mm-hmm. Just fade into the abyss where you belong, and we'll leave you alone. What you should do is apologize, though, and beg for my forgiveness and admit the truth, because then you'd be kind of sitting pretty. But if I don't get an apology, which I'm sure I won't because you're a narcissist and I don't think,
or acknowledge that you were arrested for DUI, we had the mug shot.
Yeah. I know you're not willing to do those things. You just want to twist it like citizens are the enemy for criticizing you.
Or come out and say that you were falsely arrested.
I mean, that doesn't change the fact he sent a sex offender to our page.
Right. But just the fact that he's not even addressing the allegations, or there aren't even allegations, the facts of the matter is extremely telling.
Yes. So I hope that this experience has if I have one hope of this, I'm not here to blast all your personal business and destroy your career like some people are saying. If I have the ability to destroy your career with such an illustrious career that you have,
with this brand new podcast that's just a little over a year old,
with a public record, it's not something I made up. I didn't make up the fact that you got arrested. It's in the public record and anybody can access it. It just happened to be me when it could have very well been Rhett Marcus or Jerry Carl or someone else, especially if you made the runoff. It was gonna come out. It was gonna happen eventually. I'm glad we got to do it though, because you sent a sex offender to get us, so it had to happen.
Yeah. And like we've said before, we're not here to do gotcha journalism, but if you need to get got, the chips are going to fall where they fall.
And on that note, we encourage you to stay tuned to see all the other wonderful guests. We have 26 days left of this primary election. And when I tell you that the guests keep getting better, it keeps getting more informative. We keep growing. You can't silence us. You can't stop us. You can't call in all your friends and all your favors to make us shut up. You want to stay tuned because everybody deserves a voice. Everybody deserves criticism. Everybody deserves a chance to fight for what they believe in and to fight for what's right.
That's right. So y'all go out there and y'all have yourselves a Bluebell Country Day, and we'll see you next time.